Tonight marks opening night for the Pacers and also the return of Victor Oladipo to an Indiana team. Oladipo played his way into the hearts of Hoosiers while at Indiana University, where he spent 3 seasons and received several honors, including Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year in 2013. Oladipo is now back in Indiana after being traded from the Thunder in July, and his return is sure to be one of the highlights of opening night at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. If you've ever wondered what a million meals looks like, then take a look behind me. Today in Lucas Oil Stadium, there are thousands of volunteers taking the time to create meals for hungry families in Indiana, as well as areas affected by recent hurricanes. It's not even noon here in Indianapolis, but it is already over 80 degrees. Pretty uncomfortable temperatures for September in the Midwest, but that has not stopped the Indianapolis Colts from getting out and giving back to the community. Today, some of the players came out to Jonathan Jennings Elementary School to help build a playground in just one day, trading in their helmets and pads for some hammers and shovels, all in the name of a good cause. It looks like Colts fans will have to be on Luck watch a little while longer. Today, General Manager Chris Ballard announced that Luck will not practice this week after receiving a cortisone shot due to soreness in his surgically repaired throwing shoulder. While it is unclear when Luck will return, Ballard insisted that his rehab process is moving along at a good rate. This news comes as Indianapolis sits at the bottom of the AFC South with a 2-4 record. On a roster that boasts rookie standouts like Malik Hooker on the defensive side, Colts rookie running back Marlon Mack is quickly making his presence known on the offense. The 4th-round draft pick had the best game of his career last week against the 49ers, tallying 9 carries for 91 yards and a touchdown. And now the Colts coaching staff is looking into how they can get the rookie even more touches.
I think it'd be wise to try to find ways, to get him the football and get him more involved. I think that would have happened, by itself had he, been available the entire time. But it's good to have him back. It was great having him out there yesterday.
As Matt continues to represent a tough matchup for opposing teams on the edge, his role on the Colts roster is certain to pick up momentum as well. The Colts annual 5K brings fans from all across the country to exercise and celebrate the start of the football season. And each one of those fans has a different reason for signing up. This year, we met a woman whose reason for running is both touching and inspirational.
3, 2, 1, go Colts!
The annual Colts 5K brings fans from across the country to Indianapolis to celebrate the start of the football season and promote physical health. Participants have the chance to meet Colts alumni, Colts cheerleaders, and Blue during the event, and it is the only 5K that allows runners to finish on the 50-yard line of Lucas Oil Stadium. Over 4,500 people participated in this year's 5K, including one woman running with her own special purpose. Shayna Chang is part of the I Run For organization, through which runners are paired with buddies who are physically unable to run themselves. In Shayna's case, a young boy named Matthew.
He has a condition called Hunter syndrome, or also MPS II. His body can't break down sugar like normal people can. And so the sugar kind of builds up in his body and it affects his joints and his bones. He has trouble walking, so a lot of times he's in a wheelchair. He's also nonverbal due to the disease. He's nonverbal, and unfortunately it is also a degenerative and fatal disease.
I Run For paired Shayna and Matthew in 2014, and since then the two have formed a bond.
We've developed a friendship, and since we've been paired, I've been running for him and sending him just medals and just communicating with his mom. His mom posts a lot of videos and pictures of him, just a happy little boy, not being able to speak, but you can see the joy that he has through his jumping and his squealing and the smile that he has on his face. It's a sad situation that Matthew and his mom is in, but you don't see Amber, Matthew's mom, being negative and being down. She has such a positive outlook on life. It makes me feel like I should be more appreciative of what I have and what life has to offer.
The Colts 5K staff helped Shayna share her experience with Matthew by giving her an extra t-shirt and medal to send him, something Shayna tries to do at every race she runs.
Races in general, it allows me to do something, to run and feel like I'm making a positive impact on Matthew's life. because I know that when I share stories about my runs, send him the medals or just any memorabilia that I could possibly get, it brings a smile to Matthew and Matthew's mom's face, and that makes me feel good.
This week, the Colts honored 10 women for their past or current battle with breast cancer by giving them a day of pampering and relaxation. Among those women was Brooke Parks, whose diagnosis at a young age has not stopped her from remaining positive and hopeful.
There's so much we can't control, but to know that we can do the next step.
The next step. Those words have kept Brooke Parks in good spirits throughout her treatment for breast cancer, which she was diagnosed with this summer at the age of 36.
I'm sort of naturally an anxious person, and it's been really interesting that the thing in my life that I would have thought would make me the most anxious hasn't. I've been really at peace with each step.
Brooke's upbeat attitude inspires her loved ones, who came together to send in a stack of nominations that led to Brooke being selected as one of 10 women for the Indianapolis Colts Pamper Her Pink event. The Colts partner with Tyler Mason Salon and Spa for the event, giving the women, who are either currently battling breast cancer or have survived it, a day of pampering and relaxation to honor their fight.
I think it's a really neat event, and I mean, again, living in a context where we aren't just necessarily surviving this and sort of slogging through, but we get to do fun things along the way is really cool.
Brooke said that the nominations are amazing and that her support system has been an important part of her journey.
While I am the only one they can give the treatments to, people can't share that load. They can share the rest of the load, and that has been incredibly helpful to know that whatever we need, there is somebody that will help us with that.
Perhaps the most important show of support has come from her 4-year-old daughter.
I actually started losing my hair. I was in the hospital for complications with my first port, and she came to see me in the hospital, and I had put a covering on, but I had told her I was going to lose my hair, and she came in and she said, "Did you lose your hair?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." She said, "Oh, let me see it." And she ripped it off and just started rubbing my head and loved it. And she said, "I love it. I love your bald head." And so for me, I was like, okay, she has shown me to be less concerned about that sort of thing, I think. Ultimately, I mean, this is in God's hands, and we're in good hands in that case.